Hi guys. Tried to get my computer to sit right. It keeps wanting to fall. I'm not in a very good mood right now. But I will talk about that in my vlog a little bit. I'm here right now with a story for you guys from my Dreams and Miracles book by Anne Spangler. A Discerning Dream is what this one is called, and it's by John Baker, which isn't his real name, so I don't know why they put that, but that's what it says. So let's start off with the introduction. John Baker, not his real name, has been active in a ministry of inner healing for many years. People from around the world have benefited from his counseling, prayer, and books. One day, John had a dream that alerted him to a dangerous entanglement involving a staff member and a seriously disturbed woman. Without the dream, John wouldn't have been able to intervene in a way that prevented a young man from getting in over his head. Okay, now let's get into the story itself. My ministry involves counseling and praying with people. To be effective in this kind of work, you need to understand how psychological and spiritual dynamics can affect someone's emotional life. You also need discernment. Though we deal with many people who have garden variety problems, we also encounter individuals who are deeply and even dangerously disturbed. For instance, some people repress very deep hatreds. Perhaps they have a secret wish to kill their mother, yet they are quite pleasant on the outside. They may even be people with strong religious commitments, but they have not yet dealt with the inner evil in their own hearts. The inevitability, these things fester in the soul and eventually erupt, often by way of pathological transference. Of course, psychologists face this all the time, but when it happens to them, they have built-in protections, clinical boundaries that are not available to pastors and others who might encounter such people. Because I have a very visible position in this ministry, it sometimes happens that certain disturbed people become obsessed with me. I am a father figure whom they idolize, the only one who can help them. They begin to believe I hold the key to relieving the suffering and pain. Understandably, they try to get close to me to find out where I live, what my phone number is, and so on. But when they discover I am only human and that I don't have a magic answer for their problems, they react in the opposite extreme. All the hate, bitterness, and paranoia that are lodged in their souls erupt and get rejected toward me or toward others in the ministry. If the person is unstable, it can actually get quite dangerous. When such people are enthralled, they may try to get close to someone else on the team. When a team member fails to recognize what's going on and begins to sympathize with the person, they begin to do what we call harboring. They actually provide an environment in which negative behavior can flourish. That's a very unhealthy and unwise response. Unbeknownst to me, that's what was happening when I had the following dream. In my dream, I was in the home of a staff member. Richard's house is always immaculate, so I am surprised by what I see. Guests are coming through the front door with various animals in tow, and the animals are urinating all over the floor. I find myself trying to clean up after them, but the more I clean, the more I see old spots on the floor. It's such a mess that all the rugs are ruined. As soon as I woke up from the dream, I asked God to show me its meaning. Did this person or his house symbolize something about myself? Some unpleasant truth I needed to face? As I prayed, I felt certain the answer was no later. I felt the answer was no. Later, I called Richard and recounted the dream. He was so frightened by it that he immediately began telling me about a woman who had been coming to his home who was deeply disturbed. He had been naive enough to think he was helping her by allowing her to get close to him, but actually he had been encouraging her destructive behavior. It was a case of pathological transference that could have had a very bad outcome. As we talked, it became clear that this wasn't the first time this kind of thing had happened. I believe God gave me that dream so that I would be able to work things out with Richard before the situation came to a head. Though Richard didn't realize it, he was behaving in a way that actually blocked that person's healing. The dream made all the difference and could have saved his life. And that was The Discerning Dream by John Baker. I hope you guys enjoyed today's story, and our next story will be Please Hurry, I'm Hurt by Rose Lear. So I hope you guys have a good day, and hope to see you guys soon with another story, God willing. Bye guys, God bless.